Hey y'all. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? I'm back once again. Yeah. So I came to talk about the mayor from Dothan, Illinois. Y'all know. I know a lot of y'all probably heard about it, and I know a lot of y'all probably already know about it. But she been out here. And people been talking about her for a while. She been going viral and all of this stuff. So it came to my attention today. So yeah, she just ratchet, ratchet from the hood. She just showed how when people get a little position, they just go way overboard with it. You know what I'm saying? Way overboard. She is spending all the church's money. And it ain't really got too much to show for it. She been taking extravagant vacation, eating extravagant food on not her own money, but on the people's money. So yesterday she went on Roland show, Roland Martin show. I know y'all know him. But he's TV also. She went on there and basically lied about a lot of things. And today he made a new live, yeah, calling her ass out. But yeah, she the city, that's Illinois, the little Dalton town. They call it the village or something like a village, and this and that. And also, she is the liquor license department owner. So you have to go through her to get liquor license. She got most of her friends, they got liquor license. They opening up bars, they shutting down the people that already had bars and all of that stuff there in that little city. So they can open up their own stuff, and the people don't have no choice but to go to their stores because if that's the only bar, that's all we gonna have to go. The guy was on there; he had three different establishments, and he's down to one. And he's saying that he trying to basically sell it because they pushed up on him because whoever didn't vote for her, it seemed like she was like pressing up on them, just going real gangster, real hard. She shot at this lady. Well, she got somebody to shoot up this lady's house. The police, as they say, allegedly is running out of ammo. Don't know. She keeps spending the money, so they ain't got it in the budget to buy more. They repoing police cars. How can the police car get repoed? They repoing the SUVs that a lot of the cancer people be driving or have drivers driving them around the city. It's just going down. She's sitting up there getting $500 wigs and doing all of this stuff, spa treatment, $100,000 for a spa treatment. This lady, so she just really taking it to a whole nother level. So we already know that when when you get into a position like that, you have a budget. But once you go over that budget, that's on you. You can't go into the city's money and use it for personal use. We all know that. That's how a lot of these mayors be getting jammed up. They don't know how to stop spending the people's money. The money is for the people of the city, the taxpayers to pay back into the city to help the city. People having like uh gas and electric bills that they probably can't pay. Just like in different cities they got the little electric fund and all of that stuff. If you spending the money, we don't have money to help the people. You can't spend all the money for the people for yourself. Then allegedly she's messing with a married man. So this lady is just doing her. Just real ratchet. You hear what I'm saying? She built the skating ring, ice skating ring for the families and kids, but it's only open when she's having an event there. Like, really, Miss Lady, what is going on? They said that she took and what is called if people bought from, she hit them with $500 tickets, and everybody had to come down to like the little man's office to pay it. So it was like at least 500 people there. One guy said he stood in line for 2 hours because if you don't pay it, then the fine go up 500 extra dollars, which is $1,000 for a parking ticket. Ah, are you serious? Whew, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But as of right now, they have a stand-in mayor, um, and he's basically standing there because the FBI is doing an investigation on her. Now, check this out. In 2016, the witch got locked up for breaking in people's cars. So she was already a thief. And then once a thief, always a thief. Like, I mean, people, if you ain't trying to change, you won't change. And you've been stealing basically all your day going life. You know, and they said that she claimed that they have the money for the bill for the city to pay. They backed up in water bill, gas and electric bill. One of their city council buildings was shut down because they couldn't pay the life fund or didn't pay the life fund. Like she told Roland Martin that the money is there, but the the trustees, we're gonna watch a interview of one of the trustees that she basically disrespected and shitted on. So we're gonna get a little bit into the video from her and Roland Martin yesterday. So this is Roland Martin commentary. The lady is basically losing her mind. I ain't even gonna say losing her mind, but I think was she got a lot of young people vote. They said ah! She came to one of the town hall meetings with the Nino Brown outfit on, yeah, and just like acting like a whole gangster. She out here G'ing it up. You heard? But yeah, so they crashing down on her because the city said if she keep on spending the money like she's spending, the city gonna go down. It's gonna all fall down. And for the people who didn't vote for her, they losing their homes, they losing their jobs. And if you not on her ticket, if you working at a city council building or anything for the city, just because if you're not riding with her, you're fired. She done fired several people because they not on her same agenda. The lady is going extra hard. And a lot of people is like trying to like get the hell away from her. She going, gee, like, come on now. Something, I mean, it's just too much. At a certain point, it's a little too much, baby. Baby girl, baby girl, baby girl is ratchet as fuck. Yeah, she is ratchet as fuck. But they voted her basically off, you know what I'm saying? But still they still investigating her because I guess they gonna try to make her pay a lot of that money back. Especially did she rented tie holes. No, she financed them under the city money. And another thing, she was saying that she was getting death threats and all this stuff. She about to explain a little bit. We're gonna get into it a little bit. But she claims she been getting death threats and all of this stuff, so she been using the regular police for the city. She been using the police to be like her security, her personal security. And that's also coming out of the budget for the city. Like, are you serious, Miss Lady? And then they leave her from one job and take her to the next. Now, what the city is saying, we don't have money to be paying these officers overtime because ain't nobody working for free. Not even only that, what's gonna happen when the crime goes like real bad? Because somebody just got shot. A young lady just got shot up there 2 days ago in her same city, and the police was injured also. So at the end of the day, if you don't have these police with you, they need to be policing, not securing it. And basically, they was telling her if she needs some security, what she needs to do is pay for it basically out of her own pocket. The lady is robbing the city blind. I understand she's the first lady mayor for that city and black. So yeah, that's kudos to you, but baby girl, you is doing extra, too much, too much. And this is what I'm saying. People get a little position and just go off. Like, you just take advantage of the situation. And that's not cool. That's not cool at all. That's not cool at all. But she running it up. She running it up. And the trustees, they the ones that, protect the money for the city. And basically they not going for it. They are not going for it. Like, I don't know what she thought. She thought it was her money. Did she really think it was her money? That was crazy. So we're gonna start with Roland. Shout outs to Roland Martin. This is his video. We about to check it out real quick. To it. Yeah. But we gonna break it down a little bit for us so we can basically understand what's going on. Mhm. Let's go. Not gonna play the whole thing, but I just want to play a little bit highlights. Because if you lying about little stuff, you want to lie about big stuff, and basically you lied, bitch, and you put in.
Lots of drama, if you will. She joins us right now. I'm glad to have you here in the studio. And so, first off, so there are a couple of things. You're the mayor of Dalton, and then also there's a township. So explain to folks the difference between those two and what your jobs are.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you allowing me a platform to speak my truth. The mayor. I'm the mayor of Dalton. I got elected in 2021, becoming the first female mayor of Dalton and the youngest. And then I got appointed to supervisor a year later. So a mayor, we are all about services. So cut trees down, sidewalks, things of that nature. Supervisor is strictly resources. So help pay your light bill, gas bill, water bill. I even help bury your loved ones. I pay mortgage, I pay rent. It's a resource center. So that's
you have. So Dalton is a town about 20,000. How large is the township? Township covers what?
I cover 190,000 residents. Okay. I'm over 17 towns.
Okay. So and the township, are those elected positions or appointed positions?
Yes, it's elected.
So she's standing real good right now. She's sounding like an upstanding young lady, and she down for her crown and down for her city. But let's go.
My predecessor passed away, and I was appointed to his seat, therefore taking the rest of his term.
Okay. And for the different jobs, so Dalton pays you what as mayor? Township pays you what?
Sure. So my mayor position is $50,000, which was already there. and my township position is 224, which was already there. When I got sworn into either seat, it came with the salary, which everybody prior to me received.
Now, are both of those deemed full-time jobs?
Well, no, part-time.
Okay. All right. So let's first deal with Dalton. So
Sure.
Your critics say that you have a significant security detail. First of all, how large is your police department in Dalton, and what is your security detail?
So we have about 45 officers in our village. My security is warranted due to the fact of threats and things of that nature. But what people are not stating is it's in our CBA. That's our collective bargaining agreement. That's our union contract. So it comes with a seat. That's what people are not saying. I didn't make this up. I didn't just create this and say, I want security.
How many officers is it?
How many officers is what?
On security detail.
I'm not gonna say how many due to the threats on my life. So,
but if it's in your CBA,
it is in my CBA. I'm not doing anything wrong. I even went to court due to the fact of people suing me saying I cannot have a security detail, and I won. The judge said I can't have a security detail because it's already in a CBA.
Okay, and so that's one of the issues there. You have other trustees who suggested that the city is in a deficit. What is the state of the city's finances?
So we are in a deficit, but it's not what everybody's claiming it to be. They're going around with false allegations of 5 million, 7 million, 8 million. It's all false. Our deficit is $2 million.
$2 million.
$2 million.
And what's your annual budget?
Our annual budget is $3 million.
$3 million? $30 million.
Yep.
And so, what led to that deficit?
So it comes from them not paying bills. So sometimes we have a board meeting and they say, well, we're going to pull this out, pull that out. If they continue to pull bills out, later on, what do you have? A deficit, because the bills still due. It's like us not paying our mortgage or not paying our light bill. We still owe the money at the end of the month.
When you say they, who's they?
The trustees, the board,
Okay.
because the board is the one that votes to pay the bills.
So you have two types of government out there. You got strong mayor, city council, then
Yes.
you have city manager form of government. So mayor and the trustees control the city's finances.
Well, yes, when it comes to the budget, just the budget.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So in terms of who's deciding to pay the bills, so this deficit that you have, you're saying that's a result of the trustees not paying the city's bills?
Correct.
But do you have the resources
Yes.
to pay the bills?
Yes.
So how's there a deficit?
Because they won't pay the bills. So it's still on our books. Until we release the check and pay the bill, we still count it as a deficit.
So you're saying, so you have the money to pay the bills.
Correct.
You're saying your fellow trustees won't pay the bills.
Correct.
Why?
I'll give you a prime example, just to make me look bad. I'll give you a prime example. My job is to govern. That's what a mayor does. I'm an executive branch, they're the legislative branch. When I go get money and bring back to our community, many grants, they refuse to pay things for residents. I created a roof and window program. They would not vote to pay the vendors to fix the roof and windows for our seniors and our veterans. Why? The money's there. It's in a bank account. You can see it. Why would they not pay the bill? So therefore, that program got on hold. These are things I created when I became the mayor of Dalton. But yet, people don't see your vision. It's people trying to take over government, and I won't allow it. They didn't do it prior to the other mayor having it. Why did nobody do any of the things they doing to me?
So when all of this began, this not paying of the city's bills?
So it's funny you asked that question. That's a great question. All this turmoil started right when I became mayor. So that showed me right then and there that the plot was to remove me from office right in the beginning. I wasn't even in office for a good month before my board started to sit here and start to try to remove me from my seat that I earned and won by 82%, remind you, 82%, taking out an incumbent that had the seat prior to me.
So when your fellow trustees, let's say Kiana Belcher, she's quoted as saying mismanagement of funds. You're saying, no, it's not mismanagement. They're just not paying bills.
That's correct.
And so when you hear that from her, then what's the response? And if that's the case, have you released publicly the list of bills that they don't pay?
Yes.
And where's that?
So that is normally on my website or it is on my social media platform. And I verbally said at board meetings, you can see it when they go and they take out bills, they verbally tell you what they're taking out. Therefore, people can just add it up in the council meeting. So you can know and you can follow exactly what bills they're not paying. And it adds up. Eventually, you get to $1 million, then $2 million, and then also they have legal bills of $2 million of suing me for different reasons, like what you're saying to you.
Who sued you?
The trustees. The trustees. They take me to court for anything they say, right? Then we go to court and I won. I won over 24 cases. Yesterday I just got word I won another case. So I'm 25-0. So how is it possibly the mayor of Dalton? People gotta pause and think like, dang, she keep winning. If she keep winning, we gotta look at the trustees. They're the ones that's spending the money on legal bills. Their attorney, which is legislative counsel. No, for
So
what?
you're saying that the trustees are not paying bills.
Correct.
In addition, by them constantly suing you, they're now piling up legal bills, and that is what's also contributing to the deficit of the state.
Now they did say that. They did say that because they wanted this girl out so bad. They didn't care how to get it or how to do it. They did say that they did use some of the city money for that, but they doing it for the cause of the city. For the city, for real. The girl is doing too much. You feel me? But they did use the funds for their lawyer fees and all of this stuff. They haven't used no money for no personal situation or nothing like that. Like she had. Just because she's the mayor, that don't mean that their money belongs to her. You get your own check and a nice little piece of check. And then you have the other job, and you is in charge of the liquor licenses and all of that. So I'm quite sure you come on. What more do you want? Like, come on. These people is just this is why they don't like to put us kind in positions like this because we take advantage and we do the wrong thing. Because what she doing is totally wrong.
Contracts that was needed to be negotiated when I came in office for police, for fire, and for public works. So once we negotiate some of those contracts, of course that adds to the deficit because now you got to increase people pay, and we've done that. You got retro pay, you got all kinds of things that take into account. But what they're not telling you is what I'm telling you here. People got to state facts so people understand. Right now, just throw this out there, throw that out there, and no facts to back it up.
What I'm trying to understand is look. This is not a large city. Mm-hmm. Okay, I spent 6 years in Chicago. So whether you're talking about Dalton, Harvey, we're not talking about large cities. Right. There's a whole lot of drama for a town of 20,000 people.
I agree, but it's led by one person.
Who?
Their legislative counsel. He wanted to take me out of my seat.
Who is that?
That is Bert Oderson.
So you think all this is because he wants to beat you?
Yes, he wants the position of corporate counsel.
Explain that.
Corporate counsel is the one that run the day-to-day for a village. They're the one that sit next to the mayor at the board meetings, and they basically have all the lawsuits. So anybody that sues our village, he will be the person that go and defend it. So it's all about contract. It's all about a power grab. That's all it is.
So is he a fellow? He's a trustee?
No. He's the trustees legislative council. So they use him to fight against me. So I'll give you another example. They just had a secret squirrel meeting. What I mean by secret squirrel meeting, an illegal meeting they had at our park district. When they had our park district,
you say it's a legal meeting. Why are you calling it a legal meeting?
Because they cannot go and have quorum. That's the open meeting violation of 4 people. They do that every time. So now they're trying to have their own separate government. When we have board meetings, it's the first of every month.
Yeah, first of all, official board meetings have to be posted.
Correct.
Have you filed any complaints with the state attorney general?
Yes.
Saying they are meeting illegally?
Yes, so we working on that, meaning we posted it and we filed it. So now we're just waiting on a response for that. So once we get the response, we will share with the public. But you can't sit here and have your own separate government. We either gonna get along or we're not. But we're not gonna get along. You wait till election time, and therefore you run against me. That's how this goes. But yet you put all this negativity in our village, putting everybody in danger, and I don't appreciate that.
When you say putting everyone in danger, how so?
Like you have people that come out from New York, people that come from all over and fly into our town just to get stories and follow us around. And then they go in our village halls, harass our residents, harass our staff. So it's become more than what people are seeing.
So you're saying, because of the attacks on you, you had stories in the New York Post, Fox News, other places, and you're saying all of that has contributed to these attacks directly on you and residents.
Correct.
You've been, talk about the threats that you had to deal with.
Oh wow, tons of threats. It's in email, it's in text form, it's on voicemail. People come to our village and threaten us. People have been arrested for coming and threatening us. It's all types of things it's a record of
Mm-hmm.
that warrants why we need security. And it said, because people got to understand, I am a single black parent with a daughter, 4-year-old, that go in and out of my house. You got people pulling up, taking pictures. You even got that trustee, that Kiana Belcher, came to my house, took pictures of my house, and then spread it out, gave it to everybody, causing me and my family to be in much danger. And these are the things we reported, we talk about, we tell people. It's just a vindictive against me, and I don't appreciate it at all. Just don't.
When you look at how you're being framed, you are being called crazy, deranged, saying that you are stealing funds. You also you have a charity that from the Attorney General's office is. I understand they sent a cease and desist letter to your foundation.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm not crazy. I'm not
You have
deranged.
Tiffany.
She lying again. Ah! She lying again. How you don't know nothing about that? You know about that. You know all about that. That's why she's smiling. Look at her face. And they don't know nothing about that. Yes, she did. Okay. You keep on. Keep on, baby girl. Baby girl. Yeah.
Henyard cares your foundation. So the Attorney General's office hasn't reached out to you regarding your foundation.
So I want to set the record straight. I don't have a foundation. I am a supporter of anybody that's struggling with cancer. My mom had breast cancer, and I'm always push anybody that has that. If someone uses my name to push their charity, or if you say this is Tiffany T-shirt, people go buy it. Because right now I'm considered a clickbait. People make money off of my name by views. So you just
So
pay my
you
name.
don't have a. You say you don't have a
I don't.
foundation.
I do
He
not.
said,
That's why I tell everybody, go do your research. I'm not on it.
So when we see all of this back and forth, when we see this going back and forth, have you? And I've seen this happen before with school districts. I've seen this happen before with city council. Have you called in the state to come mediate?
Did I call in the state?
Have you called? Have you reached out to the state to come in and mediate what's going on here? So I've seen school boards where you have lots of drama, and Texas Education Agency, comes in and deals with that. You're having these issues there. Have you reached out to state lawmakers? Have you reached out to state representatives, state senators to say, hey, how can we resolve these issues? Because if they're not paying bills, if legal fees are piling up, that's just more taxpayer money being spent.
Correct. And yes, we have. So maybe 2 people might have reached out to us in the beginning. We was doing kumbaya. We was having meetings. We was talking about what we have an issue with one another. The sad thing is, it just reminded me of high school. It's just a he say, she say thing. Well, I don't like you because of this, or I don't understand this. It was more of that than basically taking care of the business of the town. We got elected to serve. That's it. We didn't get elected to make sure we like one another. And that's why I get upset with people that are in government. I want them to put their difference to the side and do what's right for the people. That's it. That's why I'm in the seat, because I care about my town. I won by 82% because people know and they saw me doing the work.
So so let's talk about, because I've read different stories and I'm trying to understand what they mean. So let's talk about a meeting. Your critics say you came dressed up as Nino Brown playing "Bitch Better Have My Money." Did that happen?
Oh, wow. Okay, so let me clear that up so we can understand. I did not come as Nino Brown. I did a scene from Martin. One thing I am
lies you tell.
young, so I try to make sure I reach my young voters.
You're the scene from Martin. Where? Was it said Dalton or Thornton Johnson?
This is Dalton. This is all of the village, really.
Okay, got it.
All the smoke and the heat coming from my mayoral seat, but they mix the two because people don't understand the difference between the two. But I did come as a scene from Martin. I even made fun about it and did a skit and posted on my TikTok just to show people my sense of humor side. Because at the end of the day, you got to meet the voters where they are. You got to meet the youth where they are. And that it worked. People pay attention to the meets. They come in, they check out and see what's going on. And just to give you a little more clarity of it, we had an election, and I was being funny about it. Somebody knows something, meaning somebody knew where the votes went. During the election, the night of the election, we won, one of our candidates. And then come like a week or 2 later, all of a sudden the votes disappeared. So somebody took all the votes through mail-in ballots. So I went in and I was like, somebody knows something. That's all it was. It was before my meeting, not during my meeting. And then you can watch and you'll see it was before. Everybody left, even the people that's into it with me. Everybody.
All right. So, whew, now Martin, Roland Martin. All right. Well, you heard what she said. She was dressing up like Martin and all of this stuff. But Roland Martin had got a lot of backlash behind this young lady. Basically, a lot of people were saying that he didn't do his homework, he didn't do no backgrounds and all of this stuff, and check her out. He just basically went in the interview regular like he did, and didn't basically do the right thing, allegedly. So a lot of people is upset about how he carried it. He didn't have much smoke for her. He didn't even like look into her, basically. So a lot of his fans and a lot of his supporters was basically really upset about this interview because, like they said, he should have did more homework to see what is going on. But he didn't. He didn't do what he's supposed to do, and his supporters is very upset with him at this point. So we're going to get into him basically because he didn't really apologize, and he didn't really say that he was wrong for not doing his homework and doing what he's supposed to have been doing and checking out and you know what I'm saying. So he basically didn't even address his fans and apologize and say that he was wrong or say that he messed up, he dropped the ball because a lot of people that goes on his show, he basically check him out. He didn't at this point, so people are very upset that he did not do his due diligence and see what's going on about this young lady before he even had her on the show. So later on today, now that interview was yesterday. So later on today, what he did was he did make a public statement and came through and basically was saying how she lied, and I'm about to play that because she basically lied about the charity that she was raising, which she said that she didn't make the charity. Somebody else put it in her name and made the charity. But too, guess what? With the charity also, she sat up there and took the money from the city once again, $10,000, and put it into the charity. That was like a big lump sum that she put into that charity. But the FBI shut the charity down. But he about to show how she lied about it, and he was upset. And again, he mad because he didn't do what he's supposed to do on his end to check into these people. Because people making these accusations against this girl, and you not really checking what's really going on. So a lot of people was like upset with him about that because he like to get down to business with people. He do. I mean, I watched a couple of his interviews. He is bad. Like, he's good. But at this point, um, she bamboozled him, and he want her to come back and correct it. But that girl ain't coming back. She already off the seat. She's being investigated. She got away with it, pretty much, and that's just what it is. Like she not coming back to your show at this point. She already in hot water. So yeah, we're gonna play what he said today. This is today. Uh, look at his face. He is pissed. He pissed. Ah, look at his face. He.
Will Martin Unfiltered, I talked to the mayor of Dothan, Illinois, in an exclusive interview about a variety of allegations against her. She's got national attention, a lot of critics out there with regards to how she's operated as the mayor of Dothan as well as the supervisor of Thornton Township. One of the issues we talked about was this charity, Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. Here's what I first asked her about the foundation. You have a charity that from the Attorney General's office is, I understand they sent a cease and desist letter to your foundation.
I don't know nothing about that. I'm not crazy. I'm not
You have
deranged.
Tiffany Henyard Cares, your foundation.
I-
So the Attorney General's office hasn't reached out to you regarding your foundation.
So I want to set the record straight. I don't have a foundation. I am a supporter of anybody that's struggling with cancer. My mom had breast cancer, and I'm always push anybody that has that. If someone uses my name to push their charity, or if you say this is Tiffany T-shirt, people gonna buy it. Because right now, consider what clickbait. People make money off of my name by views. So you just
So
take my
you
name.
don't have a you say you don't have a
I don't.
foundation.
I do not. And that's
Okay.
why I tell everybody go do your research. I'm not on anything.
Okay. I followed that up a little bit later in the interview with this. So I'd asked you before we went to the break. I talked about the again this charity and the Illinois Attorney General's office. This is from CBS affiliate there. Says that the accusation comes at the same time the Illinois Attorney General's office told Henyard's charity multiple times in recent months to stop improperly soliciting donations because it had not registered with the state as required by law. And you said it's not your charity. Okay. So were you ever? So there was. So show the video here. I'm trying to understand this here. So this is a video of you marching with the charity. So what is this?
So what they're not telling you is we literally walked to Springfield to create a bill to help anybody that suffered from cancer, whether it's the village of Dalton or a township, and then I increased it to the state of Illinois. And that bill will help people.
Hold that thought, y'all. Hold that thought. Because I'm about to show y'all the picture where she's supposed to be dressed up like me now. Oh, okay. See, because she was dressed up like Nino Brown. They said, let's see. This is what they say. This is her dressed up like Nino. This Nino right here. I'm gonna get a better one. Let me see. That was on. What that is? So these are the pictures of her supposed to be just like Nino Brown. Yeah, so you gotta tell me what y'all think. Uh, because it's just absurd. Really, really. So, that's how it's supposed to be dressed up. She said it was a joke. Understand it, spirit. Okay, if that's what you call a joke, it was funny. Yeah. Let's get back into the into the because Roland was upset. Roland was mad as shit that she did that and came on his platform and lied. I'm gonna rewind it back a little bit. He said, "What is this?"
And the Illinois Attorney General's office. This is from CBS affiliate there. Says that the accusation comes at the same time the Illinois Attorney General's office told Henyard's charity multiple times in recent months to stop improperly soliciting donations because it had not registered with the state
It's the been nothing.
required by law. And you said it's not your charity. Okay. So were you ever? So there was. So show the video here. I'm trying to understand this here. So this is a video of you marching with the charity. So what is this?
So what they're not telling you is we literally walked to Springfield to create a bill to help anybody that suffered from cancer, whether it's the village of Dalton, Thornton Township, and then I increased it to the state of Illinois. And that bill will help people by giving them $10,000. And that's a bill that we actually are initiating, and we're still working on it. When I went through the Republican states, the Republican areas, we didn't have any issue. Everybody was on board because everybody is suffering from cancer, know someone that passed or is actually going through. So that was the whole purpose of the walk, to basically bring awareness and bring people together. That's what the whole purpose of it is.
But if you had, so there were folks with signs saying Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. Who was that?
What do you mean? It's everybody. Everybody was there.
No. What I'm saying is, what is the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation? You said it's not affiliated with you at all.
Correct.
Well, what is it?
So someone made up a foundation. They named it after me, and they like my work that I do in the community, and it's called Tiffany Henyard Cares. So we all went.
Now, but they weren't registered.
That is lies. He about to pop him.
You can't use my name improperly?
Well, my lawyer's handling a lot of that stuff, so all I can tell you is that I'm not the one on anything. That's the only thing I can tell you right now. So I'm just trying to answer to the.
So you're saying there's a foundation that's not registered, but it has nothing to do with you?
Correct. That's true.
Okay.
That's
so you're not aware of any of the work that they've done, money that they've raised, anything along those lines?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So she said in the interview that the foundation was not hers. This is from a council meeting.
Doing that I'm really, really big on, that's dear to my heart, is I'm real big on a cancer foundation. I have created Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, and what that entails is helping everybody within the 17 municipalities with services, such as well services and resources, such as if you need help paying for chemo, radiation, your medicine, your wigs, your prosthetic, your breasts, things of that nature, even helping you in housing. Because I know firsthand how that feels to just not have help. My mom had breast cancer, so I want to make sure that I put that out there to the public and to everybody that it goes to any 17 municipality. You cannot live in Chicago to benefit from this foundation. It's strictly for people that live in the 17 communities. We are doing a cancer walk October 4th, and how this room was filled. I will hope you guys will come out for that cause. We will start right at Food Flex parking lot. We will walk west, going across the Unity Bridge, and we will walk 15 miles. So anybody that's up for the challenge or that feel they can make it, please show up. You can walk, ride, or drive. And yes, we got bikes. We have
confused. In that video, in a council meeting,
I'm confused
I'm
too.
about to play the intro again. Mayor Henyard says, I have created a foundation. Press play.
Doing that I'm really, really big on that's dear to my heart is I'm real big on a cancer foundation. I have created Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation, and what that entails is helping everybody.
So she says, I have created the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. We pull the article of incorporation. Pull it up. Now, when I asked her about this, she said, someone made up a foundation. Okay, someone. Here's the problem. The registered agent of the foundation is a Keith Freeman. Keith Freeman works for the city of Dalton.
Hello.
If you look at the boards of the directors, there are 5 people. Kamal Woods, Pamela Earhart, Carmen Carlisle, William Moore, Cheryl Schranz, Schranz. Earlier today, I sent emails to Carmen Carlisle, who is listed as an assistant to Mayor Henyard for the city of Dalton. I sent an email to William Moore, who's listed as head of housing for the city of Dalton. So now I'm confused. Then I pull additional information. Cheryl Schranz apparently is a vendor of the city of Dalton, and she has the tow yard contract for the city of Dalton. Again, this is where I'm confused. So, I also sent an email to James Farrell, who is the head of communications for the city of Dalton, asking are Dalton city employees listed below involved in the Henyard Cares Foundation board? No response. Moore didn't respond. Carlisle didn't respond. Keith Freeman didn't respond. I did send an email with these questions to the PR staff for Mayor Henyard, and pull up their response, please. This is a statement attributed to Mayor Henyard. Pull it up. I recognize there are questions surrounding my association with the Tiffany Cares Foundation. Allow me to clarify. While the foundation's purpose deeply resonates with me due to personal experiences witnessing my mother's battle with cancer, I want to emphasize that I have never held a position on its board, nor am I involved in its daily operations. My connection stems from a sincere dedication to serving my community, particularly those confronting similar challenges. It's important to note that while my likeness is being used for the cause, I am not in an authority or operative position within the organization. My commitment remains steadfast to residents of Illinois and my mission to advocate for their health and wellness.
Girl, please. See, you should have been a donkey of the day. But yeah. You just fried yourself. You did yourself in. You made this man, you came on his show and made him look stupid. And not even only that, Roland was mad as shit because at the end of the day, he was mad because he thought she was outstanding. But the nigga House, I think his name is Kevin House. Uh he the one who the stand-in mayor. He came on there first. I should have got that interview. I should have played that too. But he was all in his ass. Roland was in his ass and he was on Tiffany's side. So my thing is, if you want to lie about some bullshit, a charity, well, you lied about $10,000 that you took from the people when that money's supposed to go to the city of the people who people's whoever in need and this, that, and the third. And you supposed to be trying to help the people, but you taking from the people. How is that helping anybody? Help me understand. And you taking the money and rolling like a lot of his people were saying, like, you know what I'm saying, he didn't do his due diligence. Like he didn't dig deeper. He didn't go into, and a lot of this stuff is public knowledge or public receipt, you know. So he came back the next day, which was today because he did her initial video yesterday. And he did pull it up yesterday. That part when he pulled up and he was like, "What is this?" That was yesterday, but I didn't play the video all the way that far because while he was doing the interview live, his people, far as his supporters, was sending him information, and he pulled it up. You know what I'm saying? But he's supposed to do all of this before he even brought her there. Before all of this spot, he should have came up there and did that. You feel me? But he did. But he did. You know what I'm saying? He did. He fucked it up. He ain't fucked it up, but I ain't gonna say he fucked it up, but he could have gotten her ass. And now that's why he's so upset now. Because and he want her I should have played the rest, but he was saying that I want her to come back. I want her to come back and this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third, but she is gone. She don't even need to come back right now. Because she not even really the man no more. They done voted somebody else in real quick. That's a little town. They don't have like they have elections, but their elections is like it's only what they said 25, 27,000 people in that little state. Ooh. So the election ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Election ain't electioning. You know what I'm saying? For a mayor. And they called one of the little areas, they called it a village. I didn't like that part either myself. Why would y'all call it a village? Ugh, that sounds crazy. The village. Ugh. But yeah. So anyway, we're gonna get into this other video with one of the trustees. This is Dalton trustees. He's been going around interviewing a lot of the trustees that's willing to talk. Because if you're not willing to talk, I mean, if you talk while she was in the seat, you going down. And this one lady gonna explain basically what happened and what she did to her and this, that, and third. But at the end of the day, she just ratchet. That's all I can say. It's just ratchet. For me, it's ratchet. I wish I had all day because I could have played y'all a whole. I could talk about this bitch all day, and she on the thing like when they be doing their little council meeting. Oh, if you want this, gonna have to give me that and this, that, and I am your leader. Like, bitch, a leader, bitch, you the mayor. A leader. So would you running the cult? This is not no cult. This is a mayor. The lady is absolutely something different. Y'all got to explain this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to explain this. Yeah, we gonna bring up the interview. We gonna keep the interview, right? And make sure you hit the like button for your girl. You already know. I like you. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's get it.
You only know if you only know them from the board, you only see one side of them because that's an intense back and forth.
All right. So again, like I said, this is Dalton Trusty. Um, he is doing interviews with all the trustees, and right now we got he on Leach Bachelor. He gonna explain it as I can right.
Time. So, Kiana Belcher, tell us a little bit
Belcher.
about how long you've been in Dalton, so we can dispel the whole. That she grew here, y'all flew here. Talk about the history in Dalton.
Well, I have been in Dalton for 20 years. I purchased a home at a young age, fairly young age. So I'm a homeowner in Dalton. I do live here. My kids go to District 148 and District 205 in Dalton. I've been actively involved in the community since about 2007. I probably met Tiffany probably about 2013, 2012, something like that.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about your financial background, what you do for a living.
Currently, I'm a chief financial officer. I oversee 19 companies, so roughly between 20 and $30 million.
Okay, that's good. That's good stuff. And what's the specific reason why you're not on the finance committee of the village?
I really don't know why I'm not on the finance committee. I really believe that the lack of transparency and letting people that actually understand finances and budgets is keeping us from being on the committee. Once we were removed from the committees, which is another, of course, violation of ordinance, it's kind of like you put people on to chair committees that you can control or give them the narrative of how you want them to portray it to the residents.
Yeah. And what ordinance is it? Talk about that ordinance that's passed, that we passed when I was still there, that the trustees pick the committees, not the mayor pick the committees.
So it's an ordinance that's in place that's currently being violated. And with those committees, even prior to you, they had an ethics committee. And I think that we should bring that back because there's a lot of unethical things that's going on. And I think that we should have a committee to kind of sort things out.
Talk about your history with the Village of Dalton politics. When did you start getting involved with the Village of Dalton politics?
Around 2007.
I was the mayor at the time.
At the time, it was Shaw, Mayor Shaw. He was going out prior to him passing, and then Ronnie was kind of taking over a lot of the meetings because he was sick at the time. So Mayor Shaw was the mayor at the time.
What made you get involved in the politics where you live at?
I did an internship at the police department. And when I did that internship at the police department, I seen so many political things that was going on. And I realized that I needed to get involved because everything that was happening was political versus ethical versus, day-to-day operations. So I started going to board meetings, started asking questions, and that's how I began this journey.
Okay. Also, so Tell us a little about your political history. You ran for office before. You ran for mayor. Talk about that.
I did. That's why when she always say, Kiana don't win nothing, trustee or whatever. 2013, I did run for mayor. I ran for mayor with about 7 other people. And at that time, though, it was just people want to see something different. And that's when Mayor Rowley won at the time. But it was about letting people know that you have options and you just don't have to go with what's the norm.
Okay. So then talk about you running with Tiffany in the sense that what you're called the dream team.
Yes.
Right? The dream team, because we're going to eventually break down this 82% misleading statement. She run by 82%. That's not factually, that's not accurate, 100% accurate. That's a little misleading. But talk about when you got with Tiffany and when you got with the dream team. It was you, the whole team. Talk about that.
So we had a couple of meetings, and I was asked to be on the ticket. It was myself, Jason House, Kevin Bowens, Allison Key, who's the clerk, and Tiffany would be the mayor. We started off strong. We started off, we're going to be the dream team. It's going to be about change. We had younger people, a younger person in power. So it was really something that you thought could be great for the community. Then a seasoned person, which is Allison Key as the clerk, the keeper of records, making sure everything was in order. So it was a balance. I considered it a balance.
Okay.
And we ran through 2021, through COVID, knocked on doors, talked to people. But you know how sometimes you can always see somebody who they really are, but you try to ignore it?
Yeah.
The signs were there. The signs had been there in the beginning through the campaign.
Yeah. Talk about, when she said they ran on the ticket.
Yeah.
I got y'all over. I got y'all to win because of me.
So we did run on her ticket. So yes, that's not a statement that is not true. We did run on the ticket. We went all together. But we did a lot of knocking on doors, begging people to vote for her because they wasn't sold with how she came off and portrayed herself as a trustee. So when she said we won because of her, I kind of think it's unfair because a lot of that push was because we all took in knocking on doors and begging people to vote for her that wasn't happy with her.
Okay. And then I want to make this clear too. When she says they ran with her, she ran with the last mayor.
That's correct. She ran with Rowley.
She ran with Rowley Rogers and fought him tooth and nail.
That's correct.
That's all you want.
Right.
That's your style. Speak
Right.
up, you know.
We can pass on this? Sure we can.
No, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
You would be quiet and listen to what I'm saying. You would have heard my statement that I just said.
We're going to ask for a motion.
Okay, well I gotta come. Now don't take the roll call just because you want to be quiet now.
No.
And we can override.
Okay. You're out of order, trustee.
They
million
can leave. They can leave.
236.
I'll be out of order.
And that's the problem.
Pay attention. Wake up, residents.
And as soon as she got it, she didn't like what she seen, and she flipped on it. I said flip, but they start fighting tooth and nail. So she's doing the same thing. She didn't see what she liked in Raleigh, and they started fighting. There was outside influence because the supervisor at that time, him and Raleigh didn't get along, so they were fighting him for the sake of somebody else. But so when she says that they ran with her, she ran with Raleigh before and fought him all the way and eventually ran against him. So it's the double standard hypocrisy, but a lot of times people don't know the history.
So I want to say this. My job is not to fight with her.
Yeah.
And looking at what's going on, as when I was a citizen, I thought that she was doing the right thing because I seen how she came off and it looked like it appeased to the residents. So I was like, okay, I see what she's talking about. Getting up there and now on the other side and you see the things that go on, it's a big difference. And everything that she complained about, transparency, not enough time, voting on items that she didn't have clarity about, she's doing the same thing to us.
Wait to hear Trustee Henyard's stance on village credit cards.
My next question is credit card invoices. I've asked at the last board meeting, and I don't know if you guys recall, the mayor stated that we could put the credit card bills on the warrant list. It is not on here. I've asked, and I cannot approve bills and not know what I'm approving because I have nothing in front of me to say the mayor could have went on a trip with the credit card. How would I know? Because the bill is not in front of me. So again, Mayor, what happened to you putting the credit card bills on the warrant list?
I don't put the credit card bills on the warrant list, and you have the opportunity to vote no on anything that's on the warrant list.
I understand my rights as a trustee. I don't need you to inform me. My question was, I asked for you to place it on the warrant list.
I don't put things on the warrant list.
No. Last board meeting, you stated we can, and it's not on here. The credit card bills. I would like to see itemized credit card bills on the warrant list moving forward for the record, because I cannot make good decisions based off of the information you're giving me without the credit card bills. I need that. Other than that, I am voting blindly, so is the entire board. So I would advise the board to look into that and understand what they're voting for, because we're just voting for stuff and not knowing what we're approving.
Then vote no.
I know that, Mayor, but my question to you is, why isn't the credit card bills on the warrant list? As you stated, it would be.
Trustee Jason House highlighted that the board hasn't received the credit card statements in 6 months.
Because we've been repeatedly asking for information that's been documented time and again about credit card statements. We haven't received credit card statements in 6 months. We haven't gotten the electronic warrant list, yet we're supposed to vote on it.
This is not new to this administration. On September 6th, 2022, the village accounting firm flagged an issue via email regarding missing supporting invoices. A sum of $64,899.66 in credit card transactions lacked accompanying receipts or any form of supporting documentation within the system. Subsequently, another notification was received in November concerning transactions amounting to $54,456.07 without corresponding receipts. The cumulative total of these transactions without proper documentation amounts to $119,355.73.
And I just feel it very hypocritical that people voted for you because they seen that you were asking all this stuff, and now you've gotten in that position and doing the total opposite.
True. What would you say is the hardest thing? Because our board meetings are so popular and so many people. What's the hardest thing that you encounter by sitting up there and you're getting verbally abused and getting degraded? You don't know your job. Y'all need to do your job. Y'all don't do nothing. What's the hardest thing about sitting up there and taking that?
It's difficult. Like she said, it makes all of us look bad because but at some point you have to defend yourself. We were elected by the community and we have to stand up for the community. I said it a long time ago in 2021 at a tea with the trustees. I said, we're in a verbally abusive relationship. And regardless of, it doesn't always have to be a partner. This is an atmosphere that's toxic. It's an atmosphere that is unstable. And sometimes it feels like it's an atmosphere that's kind of threatening.
Wake up. Stop following blind. I keep telling y'all that. Educate yourself. Learn. But y'all won't. Everybody want to earn, but don't want to learn.
Yeah. I think if y'all watch the last board meeting, she's getting all the department heads, the tactic trustees. She's getting it to a point where she's trying to incite some type of confrontation.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's the bad thing that the trustees have to go through. I definitely want to talk about how many children you have.
So I have a total of 4 children. 2 of them are my children. 2 of them are my foster children, which I'll be adopting soon.
Okay. Tell us about being a foster parent. What's the joy? Why are you a foster parent? What's the joy of that?
I've been a foster parent 20 years now. Yep, 20 years. I've had several children in and out of my home. I believe in giving back. I believe in if I can help I want to be the person to make a difference. And sometimes people just need a little push to get them over. So I love being a foster parent. I do believe that after the adoption of these two children, I may lean back for a little while and take.
Now, that's one of the trustees that was the trustees of the Dalton, Illinois Center. She was like one of the trustees and all of that stuff. Um, she tried to, I think she tried to fire her. I think she still worked there. I'm not sure. Did she get into that yet? But yeah, that mayor is a mess. Y'all gotta rewind it though. I see a couple people in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me, please. But yeah. So in the beginning, she lied about a lot of things and all of that stuff, and she did Nino Brown and all that shit.
Some more vacations, but it's all about giving. And I think that there was a calling on my life.
Okay, and that's one little thing that people don't know about, that I didn't know about Trustee Belcher, that she was a foster parent, has foster children, which is a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
Anything as far as closing word, what suggestions or what words do you have for the people who watch our YouTube page, watch our videos?
When you started, you said keep the receipts. So I always been a person that you can say anything that out your mouth, but if you have something in black and white to show the backup for it, it's all about showing proof. I find it hard to believe when somebody just keeps saying, I'm going to love on you and I love you and there's nothing you can do about it, and constantly telling stories on people that they claim they love. I did want to just say in this particular interview, which I feel that I have to address, because everybody knows the January 2nd meeting where it was an issue about the credit cards and the credit card statement. The finance director, Tanjanique Miller, said that she had a copy of the email with the trustees had canceled the credit card. I have sent several emails requesting a copy of this email saying that the credit cards have been canceled, because if we keep getting the electronic warrant list, that means somebody is swiping the card somewhere down the line. We, to this day, February 14th, still have not got a copy of that email. But then the mayor stated something that said that Trustee House and the clerk hijacked the bank account and nobody could see anything in the accounts.
Listen how the mayor will lie and her department heads will also lie.
No one up here could see anything that y'all was doing for an entire year. We didn't have access to anything because Jason House was on the bank account, and so was Allison Key. The mayor wasn't on it, so we couldn't call, check up, check in, see what was going on, because you guys was the holders on the account. Last card was canceled or suspended in June by whoever had administrative rights over that account, which is not anyone up here. Thank you. That's sad.
So of course I had to go back and do my digging to get a copy of the email that came directly from the representative at Fifth Third Bank. And I'll make sure that you have a copy of it so you can present it to the world. But it says Jason House and Allison Key are signers on the Village of Dalton accounts. However, the current administrators for Fifth Third Direct online platform is Keith Freeman, Tanjanique Miller, and Janice Johnson.
So you're saying, she's saying they hijacked it and they couldn't see it.
And
it's clearly
saying that Keith Freeman, Tanjanique Miller, and Janice Johnson were the ones that was actually can see anything that was going on. And then it goes on to state that the administrators are the ones that can cancel the credit cards. So once again, the stories that are being portrayed to the public are not accurate stories. And I have a problem with that, because if you want us to come to a meeting every month to vote on finances, we should.
Yeah, so this lady is just obviously she's been doing some corrupt stuff for a while, you know. And this girl, she took the transparency from them. They can't even see because what they did was they basically had this website where they could go on and they can basically see what is being used in this, that, and the third. So she took all of them off that. That's Jason House. So that was Jason House. He's the one who's standing in as mayor as of right now, as we speak, while she's in under investigation with the FBI. And you black thing. Uh-uh. That's in power. No, she didn't. I wonder why. Not no more. I know you fucking lying. Not no more. Not no more. Shut it down. Shut it down. Damn it. Did we get that? Did we get that footage? Did we get that? Did we get that? No, we didn't. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was just up here talking to myself. Let's see if I can run that back real quick. Dang, yo. Get that in my story. Get that in my story. Here. Get that in here. That was a big part of my story. I thought I was what you call 'em? Here we go.
Now the South Suburbs controversial mayor is firing back, and it all played out at a public meeting last night.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work
Tiffany Henyard considers herself something of a
She
crusader.
said, I am the leader.
Annoyed by questions from a rebellious group of Dalton trustees who are in a standoff with her over spending.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid.
How about you be a good leader, bring RFPs to the forefront, so not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent.
WGN Investigates has cataloged tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars spent on trips, meals, and more by Tiffany Henyard and her allies in Dalton and on the Thornton Township Board, where she's the supervisor. Township credit card records show Henyard and other officials spent more than $67,000 on trips to Portland, Austin, Atlanta, and New York City. Many of the flights were first class. So were the accommodations. In Atlanta, Henyard and her team stayed at the Four Seasons Hotel, costing taxpayers more than $9,000. In New York, the bill came to $13,000. Henyard has refused to explain the specific purpose of the trips or why they travel in such style, but she appeared to refer to our reporting at Monday's Dalton meeting.
But everything we do for the people. But we under attack. We getting scrutinized in the media. For what? Loving on the people, showing them that they matter.
That's what they all say when they get caught. You caught, shorty.
Henyard calls her critics grandstanders who should get in line.
Y'all should be ashamed of y'all stuff. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
Dalton's difficulties got worse in recent weeks with water main breaks. Henyard blames on trustee budget cuts. Then 4 people were shot and injured last week, leaving nerves frayed and Henyard's opponents pointing out her sizable security detail.
It's unfortunate that politics are being played, but what has happened is $1 million out of my budget has been cut because of politics.
We're not saying the police is not doing a good job. What we're saying is you're assigning all of them to be with you when they should be out here protecting the residents so we can all feel safe.
Residents are taking notice. Some spoke for and others against the mayor.
But, we got the mayor here, meeting with the president of the United States. Everyone's seen the picture. That's a big deal. That is great promotion for this city, for this town.
Ladies and gentlemen, be civil. Do things right. Think of the residents. You are here to represent the residents and not yourself.
Henyard and her publicity team no longer respond to our emails seeking an explanation of her spending. As we've reported, she is also the face of a cancer charity that bears her name, one that has failed.
She lied and tried to say that she is not, she don't own that cancer site, but you already seen Roland then bust her up and basically showed that she's a daggone lie. That's her. That's her stuff. That's her MO. I can't even understand why would she just sit there and lie like that. Like, that's crazy. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get it. I got one more for y'all. One more for y'all. One more. And then I'm going to be out. This is more proof that this is her. With this cancer thing. So this is her face on this cancer thing. That she trying to act like she didn't do this. So who did it? If this ain't you, who did it, baby?
Has attracted the attention of the Illinois Attorney General after failing to file financial. It reported on Tiffany Henyard before she holds 2 elected positions: Dalton Mayor and Thornton Township Supervisor. She also prides herself on raising money for cancer patients.
But as investigative reporter Ben Bradley reports, she's now facing penalties for not reporting how she spent the money.
Tiffany Tiffany Henyard collected $287,000 back in 2022 from her 2 elected positions. That's the same year she founded a charity in her name, a charity that has received considerable tax dollars but hasn't filed basic records with the Illinois Attorney General or the IRS that would show how cancer patients have actually benefited.
Wow. So not only that she lied and said that that was not her charity, so also the charity was not even felt as a real replicable charity. So even if somebody that had cancer that need this help from this charity, they can't even find it or get it because it's not even registered. How in the world can you put money into something that ain't even registered? So your face is just on it, so it's just basically a collecting money. So basically, at the end of the day, that's why the FBI shut that down. I didn't know. I thought it was at least a real charity. But now that I understand now that it wasn't even a freaking charity. It wasn't even. Oh, this lady, she's a con artist. She one of them motherfuckers. She's a smuggler. What do they call them? Embezzling. She embezzling money. Oh, she going down bad.
I want people to know that I'm caring.
Tiffany Henyard told me in November she cares. Apparently so much so, it's also the name of her charity. The Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation posts videos highlighting walks and other events that prominently feature the politician proudly promoting her cancer charity.
I just want people to know that, hey, Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation is here. We will help anybody in need.
She certainly may help some, but Henyard's charity has failed to file required financial statements showing income and expenses. WGN Investigates obtained this letter from December in which the Illinois Attorney General threatened civil penalties imposed against persons who do not register with the required.
But there's no foundation.
Unbelievable.
Henyard mixes her 2 taxpayer-funded jobs and charity work. That's Keith Freeman sitting next to her at a Dalton meeting. Administrator. Freeman is also an advisor to Thornton Township, and he's the guy listed as the registered agent of Tiffany Henyard's foundation.
I think it's just about personal gain and trying to use it as more of a publicity type thing.
Chris Gonzalez is the last surviving critic of Henyard on the Thornton Township Board. He and other critics say public money has been used to fund Henyard's private charity. They say board members were asked to approve a $10,000 payment to the foundation in 2022, days before a much-publicized cancer walk from Dalton to Springfield. Thornton Township credit card records show taxpayers then footed the bill for more than $10,000 in hotel rooms along the route.
I saw the video. Township vehicles being used, township employees being used. Once again, were they paid? Were they given comp time or things of that nature? So there's just, I mean, unfortunately, there's a long list. Hotel use, meals.
I can sit up here and break all this down.
Henyard sometimes shouts down or shuts down questions about expenses while presiding over public meetings, as we learned in November. That's when we reported Thornton Township taxpayers spent thousands of dollars on a trip to Las Vegas, where a shopping center conference was underway. Henyard and her allies spent thousands on everything from steak dinners to hotels and what appeared to be first-class airfare.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
You lying.
Did you fly first class
You lying.
to Las Vegas?
Any other questions?
You lying again.
We have a lot more questions, but neither Tiffany Henyard nor her advisor, Keith Freeman, responded to our request for comment.
Unbelievable. Y'all seen it from the horse's mouth. She thief.
The Illinois Attorney
the
General
money
plans to make
from them
another demand
people.
for information from Henyard's charity this
That's
week.
fucked
If
up.
no
It's like, how can you trust people when they do stuff like this? How can you even? That's why a lot of people don't even want to do politics and don't want to vote and don't want to do this and don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Even though you might be a good person, but you got people like her that make people look bad. That's in the politics. That who wanted to be a part of that? But who definitely want to be a part of that? It's just things like it's a bunch of riffraff and it's a bunch of just lies and it's no trust. And you spending people money. Like, where do you get off with this shit? Yo. I can't get it. I can't get it. But y'all already know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you can. If you already haven't, subscribe to your girl. Run me up, run me up, run me up. Not only that, if you need subscribers, you already know you gonna get placed out. You gonna get a. And not only that, if you have a story that you want to talk about and all of that stuff, you can drop it in the comments. You can hit me on the IG. My IG is Missy_Sanders. You already know. I love y'all. Everybody be safe. Everybody take care. Make sure you have those kids and give them a kiss for me. This is.